Hi there, welcome back to the daily Crazyhouse Arena. It's July 22nd, and let's watch the top board. Crazy 8 playing black against PKR 5025. So it would seem like black has something here. Starting with pawn takes. I'm pretty sure. King seems fairly safe with the light pieces protecting all the vital squares. Pawn takes. Oops. Pawn takes. Rook takes. Maybe pawn g3. Pawn g3 seems very sound. Introducing more threats. Pawn h2 coming up. Oh, pawn g3 just seems like a killer move. He decides to go for the checks. But I'm not so sure. Let's say pawn e3, you just take with the king and then you start walking back. Pawn g3 just seemed like much more subtle way to keep the attack going. And I would have probably taken the pawn before going back with the king. I think Crazy 8 has berserked. And this seems like a good magnet move. Because queen takes pawn f2. And probably a good defense there. I'm not sure what's going on now. Black just doesn't seem to have enough to break through when he gets the chance. I wonder if something like, I don't know, bishop takes. This is very nice position. And I just think white is getting checkmated here. Way to go, Crazy 8. So, I'm pretty sure white was winning there at some point. At some point, not saying this was the point. I was wrong. I was thinking king takes. What happens here? That is so aha. Rook at e1. That's a nasty check. And look at how nicely black is defended. Rook at e1. That's a very pretty move. Not sure that was why he didn't go for king takes, but rook at e1 is still a beauty. Okay, very nice attack there by Crazy 8. In the lead we have Blitzer playing Kitten in a Dream. Okay, hi there, X Now. Crazy Modo. I don't remember Crazy Modo, but I remember Fix. I can tell you for sure. Quite a few watching. Anderson, that sounds Swedish. Bone Cloud Nakamura. Okay. Who is Maria Anderson? Maria Andersson, as we would pronounce it in Swedish. White is doing okay here. Just need to somehow Get this fellow to, I don't know, swap it for something.
Är du tillbaka? Okej.
Vad tänkte du?
Nej, jag tror det är ingen som... Han har inte biljetter. Han har bara fått en bokningsbekräftelse. Med bokningsnummer och... Det måste väl räcka. Det finns inga biljetter någonstans. Jag ska man skriva ut det då?
So look at these bishops doing a good job defending and attacking. This is why I like bishops.
Ja eller nej?
Vad ska jag göra?
Gå in på min mail och skriva ut bokningsbekräftelse.
Skicka den till mig.
Okej.
So not much happening here. Let's watch. Who else is playing? Zaraza. Could this be interesting? Yes, I suppose it could. Just take the knight, threatening the queen. Why not? Yeah, I suppose you could trade that first. One idea here for white is simply bishop check and just pick up the knight. And white has a huge lead in material. I think Zaraza is winning here. So you just do the corner shuffle, and if the knight goes back, you just step back into the corner, and nothing has happened except black has one pawn less. Okay, so this is a threat, but bishop check, pick up the knight, pick up the knight, pick up the knight, pick up the knight. Yes, I like this. Now there's nothing for black. Sorry, PKR. And you can just start hammering the black squares. Pawn here. Bam. Infinite number of... And bishop protecting the knight. This is just hopeless. Oh, you could have picked up the bishop with a check first. Why not? Anyway, this is winning for white. You just start putting pressure on the long diagonal. And specifically the f6 square. This is playing with fire, but probably still winning. But why? And pawn here. So you use this bishop as well. Never mind. Winning for white. And this is like an infinity machine. What has an endless supply of diags. And bishop takes. Okay. Yeah. So I'm sorry for the distraction. I had to probably rook takes. No need to get fancy. And white wins. Zarza, great scalp there for you. Let's watch Blitzer. What's happening here? Black has sacrificed something. A piece for a pawn. Is that it? And in this position, I would definitely go for the trade and then h5. Makes much more sense, I think. Because this really mends the light squares. Great defensive swarm here around the white king. And you can, at some point, maybe... Oh. Hopeless. Hopeless. Threatening pawn f7 and... So, who is watching? Still quite a few of you hanging around here. And Black resigned. Crazy 8 is playing PKR and not too many moves played. What is putting his extra pawn to use? And pretty much in the fashion that I would do it. Ooh, this is bad news for black. Simply d4. Why not d4? Forking two pieces. Black has absolutely nothing here. Nothing for his pawn deficit. Okay. He sacrificed the pawn and white got the compensation. Bishop here, protecting f5. And white is happy. So, are you guys happy watching the stream? Don't forget to subscribe and follow me on YouTube. Who else is watching? Oh, we have a Bughouse fan here. That's good. I hope you like Crazyhouse as well. Ingo, are you from Germany? Or where are you from? Okay, so you want to bring your knight over here, but it's a bit risky to put your knight on e2. Okay, so maybe it's safe. So problem is knight takes, queen takes, knight e2 check, and you get it back. But I suppose white can live with that. Just watch out so you don't get smothered by a heavy and knight takes f2. Now, at some point, white might get smothered. Do you want to play bishop c4 maybe? How about pawn e2? Is that a nuisance? I just have a feel that White was doing very well and now he's not doing so well anymore. Black seems active. Like bishop h5. The perfect dual purpose move, active and defensive. But he's going for the throat here. So blocking the defense along the first rank. Threatening to take the rook and then place another rook on f1. So black has at least a perpetual. But surely there is more. And watch out for any perpetual checks here that just repeats the position with everything material and everything same. So where is the killer? Is there something with like knight takes, bishop takes, knight takes, pawn takes, queen, check, rook here and pawn f2 maybe? Could be. Well, black does want to get rid of this pawn, so you can put a pawn on e2. And now, well, heavy here should be a threat. Threatening knight takes. And this should be over, yes. Checkmate. Nice win there by Crazy8. And let's watch this Swedish player playing white. And why do you take with a knight here? That makes much more sense. So, crazy position here. And probably, oh, I don't know. Watch out for stuff like bishop takes, queen takes, and the rook hangs with check. So you want to get rid of the bishop protection of c7, okay. Makes sense. Check here. And probably just take d5 instead of taking anything else. Yeah, take d5. Take back with the pawn. And you have a nasty threat against the queen and bishop e7 coming, or possibly bishop somewhere else. I wouldn't want to be black here. I think knight f6 was winning on the spot here, because it was threatening queen d8 and king takes, and simply knight takes here with check. Oh, whatever. This is probably also winning. White has a very nice initiative here. You can just take with the queen. And rook d1. And nothing wrong with taking the queen. Also probably nothing wrong with moving the queen and putting the king into safety. Pawn b5. And I think black berserked here, so he's in deep shit. And now he's out of misery. Who's in the lead? Blitzer playing our African friend Vanioni. So white winning a ton of material. A ton. Simply bishop here, pick up pawns. Mend the position. Probably want to take the rook and... Queen takes f7, looks good. And black resigned before he got even more embarrassed. And Borsvik is playing Crazy 8. So, this is the kind of position where you look for an immediate mate. Black is having big problems defending here. Why didn't he play knight f6? Because knight f6 would have defended and attacked. Knight f6 looked fine, I think. More than fine. Knight f6 looked good for black. Not sure about this though. Hi there everybody who's watching Midnight Fox. You're here watching me. Hur är läget? As we say in Swedish. I'm thinking maybe knight takes h7, king takes, or yeah, this is another variation of this. Bishop here, take g6, and white has like an eternal attack. I don't quite see how you get out of this. You need to sacrifice your queen probably at some point. But this is good, threatening mate on d1. Oh, he has another knight. But he doesn't have... Yeah, his mate. Sorry. Let's watch this. Because I thought knight f6 was okay here, but I suppose not. So, yeah, bishop f7. And simply pick up the knight. Oh, this is a disaster for black. So, Linus, do you play in chess these days? Blitzer in the lead. He's won all his games. He's playing Metin. And this seems like a very messy position. Notice how this bishop covers a lot of important squares. I would have taken on f7 because then this knight doesn't cover f3 anymore. Why not take f7? Sleipnir, are you a horse and how many legs do you have? That's the kind of question I want to ask. Well, you need to take on f3 because king e3, knight d5 mate is not an option. But knight takes knight g1 in the previous move. Oh, black missed the mating too here. Knight g1 and knight d5. You have 8 legs. I suspected as much. Not in real life. Black missed a mate. So black has missed a forced mate, making this much more interesting than it should have been. Oh, what's happening here? Let's say king g3, pawn f4, and queen takes. Does... No, you can't take with the queen because knight e2 check. Picking up f4 with check. Maybe black is winning all along here. Pawn e2 should do it. Pick up f1, rook a1. Simply rook a1 and then knight e2, and white doesn't have enough to break through. And it's his move.
Tack.
Var det du behövde?
Jag tror det.
Nothing for white here. This knight covering f6. Oh, just resign. Blitzer in the lead in this tournament. Of course, you could check here and take f7 check, but what are you going to do with just knights and nothing else? Take, boop, boop. Nice to see so many people watching the stream. At the moment you're watching Metin getting slaughtered. Boom. And meanwhile, Crazy 8 is in the lead, playing Thai Fun. And what's happening here? Just looks peculiar to me. Looks like a position that could be good for black. How did this happen? Crazy 8 low on time. And watch out for Queen B2 followed by Queen takes C3 maybe. Or Knight takes F2. Could be nasty. What about Knight takes F2, Knight takes here, Queen takes, Bishop takes. Oh, this should be super bad for white. Where is the killer blow? And look at that time. So white has absolutely nothing. Maybe it's time for a slow move here. Or maybe just be quick about it. You could simply take the bishop, actually. That's probably the easiest way. Yeah, take the bishop. And sorry, Crazy 8. You beat me 3 times in a row. You're screwed. You are screwed. Four times in a row. Sorry. I'm very sorry. Knight D2. Rook. Check, maybe. No, don't get mated. Run in this direction. And you will live to see another day. So, he didn't mess up. And Crazy 8 lost. His first loss of the tournament. And Blitzer is playing PKR. And these guys have played like 248 games. And Blitzer is slightly ahead. And who do I put my money on in this game? Well, it seems pretty even. Surely Knight E5. I would have maybe taken with a knight just to hit this bishop, which is in an awkward position. Hard to defend. Because now I was thinking pawn h5 and let's say pawn takes, queen takes, and the knight here is hanging. So what do you do here? Maybe bishop g5, let's say bishop takes, pawn takes. What's the general idea here? Why don't you just take on h6? I don't get it. That just seemed like a bad move, if you ask me. Worst case scenario, black has a draw by repetition. And he should have looked for more. Because black is better here. Yeah, white has nothing. What was black thinking of? Igor playing against Crazy8. Let's see what's happening here. So I think Crazy8 has berserked. Hi there, Suhan122. And hi there, everyone else. How are you? It's Saturday night here in Sweden. Hope you were having fun. We're watching Crazyhouse tournament, the daily Crazyhouse arena. Crazy8 is in the lead. He doesn't quite want to open the H file. Why did he open the H file? I don't know what I would play here. So many moves to be considered. I mean, pawn h3, hitting g2 would be interesting because you can't defend from behind. Clearly you want to make some sort of use of the open h file. And you need to be careful here about checks on the back rank. Rook g8 is probably a good move because it forces black to put a knight on f8. So black is depleted, and can you just take e4 and run with the king maybe? Black doesn't have anything except the pawn that he can pick up on e4. And I'm sure black is happy to get a draw by a perpetual here. So, Suhan 1122, ask ahead. How can I help you? Just ask me. So c5 opens up this long diagonal, but also opens up this diagonal. Maybe something like 91. But I don't see it. Simply queen takes, rook here, and king escapes. Suhan 1122. How can I help you? And the king just runs away. Yeah, Crazy 8 resigns. This is turning out to be quite an exciting tournament. Half an hour to go. Blitzer is in the lead. And he's one tough nut to crack when he has the white pieces. He picked up a piece, inducing some weaknesses on the light squares. And I'm pretty sure he's about to capitalize on the light square weaknesses. Okay, so probably, okay, why not just take d3? I don't quite understand, but white is up 1 pawn, 1 piece, and that's quite something. Oh, Crazy 8 berserks a lot, I think. Well, he outspeeded me when I played him just a moment ago, but I would have beaten him if I was sober. I blame the liquor. Okay, threatening to take g7, which is made in a few. Which is the easiest way to mate here? Taking here, good move, threatening knight f6 check. Threatening mate in 2. And knight f6 check is mate in next move. Either check here or check here. With the queen. Black decides. Crazy 8 is in the lead, but Blitzer is just behind. Maybe we'll see those two guys fight it out. Yeah, let's watch this. Crazy 8 berserks. Interesting. Not sure why, because a win is all he needs. And this is opening theory. And I hope I get to learn something from this game. Surely that is not how you play it as black. I'm very skeptical. Is this how you do it? So white is sidestepping this threat. Pawn e4 was a threat. But I just feel black gets a lot of play here. Maybe just move the knight. This seems fine for black. doesn't it? So, maybe bishop d7 is a problem. Take, queen takes. Oh, I don't like this as black. Or do I? Because bishop takes, queen takes, knight here, and c3 was hanging. Well, this is annoying, because these bishops are keeping the black forces at bay. I suppose you need to take c6. And queen takes. Can you play knight e5? Knight takes here. Maybe not. Maybe this is interesting. This is probably the kind of position you want to have as black. This is what you can hope for. So, the queen here is threatening g7, but on the other hand, the queen is abandoning the white king here. So the white king is weak. I wonder if you can, let's say, go back with a knight. And let's say queen takes and simply castles. Yeah, sure. Katask or Blitzball or whomever can. I think Crazy8 needs the time. I think this is the move. You need to go back with the knight, because the knight keeps control of e7 and f6, which is important because there is potential fork here. Well, I suppose this is okay, but knight d5 would have been much more aggressive, clearing the c3 square for a queen check. I don't trust the white position here. And queen b5, denying castling for white, hitting the knight here on a5. This just seems bad for white. And why on earth wouldn't he play queen b5 instead? I just don't get it. Although the way this plays out, I think black is very much okay anyway. Hello everybody. I hope you're enjoying the stream. Picking up a knight with a check. And now is the time. Maybe you just give up your queen. Although this queen is covering the 4th rank, so maybe pawn c3 and then just chop off any knight that lands on either square here and then take d2. I think that's the way. Ooh, that's bad news. And maybe knight here is even more bad news. Then king needs to go back. Who's the best Crazyhouse player? Well, first there's Katask, and then there's nothing, and then there's nothing, and then there's Katask, I suppose. Yeah, Stogi didn't come close in their last encounter in the previous World Championship match. So Blitzer needs to figure out how to win this on time. Yeah, that is probably how. Pawn here, h5. Checkmate. Okay, so Blitzer 88 is in the lead. Actually, Burgsvik has won a lot of games. Let's watch my fellow Swedish Crazyhouse player. Oh, and Linus, are you still living in Lund? Oh, he's going for the kill here. And this is interesting, actually. Very interesting, because it threatens pawn takes and then knight h5 in Kristianstad. Okay. Very interesting queen sack. I think it's good, actually. It's all about king safety. Very difficult here for black. I mean, if it's white's move, you could either pick pawn takes or bishop at e5. Bishop at e5 would have been so strong here. I mean, bishop at e5, how on earth are you going to defend that knight? So this is probably good, but bishop at e5 was so much stronger. So what do you do here? Probably queen g5 and then bishop f6, take, knight takes, king takes, and you hope to survive somehow. This bishop is doing something here for the defense. And since black only has diags in hand, well, he's losing. He didn't need to resign, though. Why not go into the corner? How bad is this? I was thinking this isn't so bad for black. But I was probably wrong. Okay, never mind. Who's in the lead? Crazy 8, are you kidding? You're back in the lead. Blitzer has won all his games playing Deep Floyd. Let's see this. Seems like someone is... I don't know who is having problems here. Isn't king takes just winning? Because what is black supposed to do here? White is threatening queen h8 mate. And black has the second best position here. And knight takes if the rook takes. Okay, so white wins. And black should resign. No hope. Or maybe play queen f5 just to hope for rook f4 so you can take with the queen because of the pin here. Play one more move, then resign. This is nothing. You can just go back if you want to. But you always have an escape route here. Since black only has diags, nothing to fear. And you shouldn't take c5 because that's too much queen b6 mate. But just go back here. And you're safe. And then it's white's turn. And white can play queen h8 mate, which is nice. And that's unfortunate for black. Okay. So, Blitzer in the lead. Crazy 8 playing PKR. Let's watch this. Theoretical duel. Again. Seems like PKR came up with something Crazy 8 hadn't seen before. Well, it seems like taking here is the worst choice because that opens up g7. I would prefer to just take on g7 and then march out on the board with my king. Seems much safer. So what do you do? Do you knight h4, knight e5? Okay, that's protecting and attacking. The king seems pretty safe here. It does look good for white, but white has a lot to prove here. Pawn f6, because there's a knight fork on h7. Is there something with queen takes, bishop takes, and then what? Not sure. I'm not entirely convinced by this, actually. Because the knight checks, they block this, and the king can head back home. Is pawn e3 something? No, it's double check. Sorry. So you need to take f6. This is doing a good job defending the black king. Yeah, well, he can take d8. Let's say king takes, knight takes. Well, what about simply rook takes? Then what? Because the black's defenses seem okay. This knight covers f6, h6. The black position looks shaky. But why doesn't black move? Does he have anything else than king takes f6? What could possibly be okay except king takes f6? Yeah, queen g5 is mate. Sorry. You're absolutely right, Linus. So king takes, knight takes. You can't take here because of queen g5 mate. So you need to find some other move. Well, anything. Just put the queen on g6 or whatever. I don't know. And Crazy 8, you need to move. So he didn't take the queen. He checked here first. And what's the difference? He takes with the bishop. Okay. Threatening check and mate. Looking really hard here for black. Yes, I'm the really nice. I like the fake nices out there. Queen g5 is checkmate. Okay, that was interesting. Let's see if this was probably, yeah, pawn f6. Excellent move. And what here? This is good for white. This might like be a theoretical line. What is black supposed to do here? He only has one move. King h5. No wonder he was thinking. What would have happened after this? Check here. Ta-da. And that's quite another story. Like this. And check. King h5 was much tougher. So we have Blitzer in the lead. He's playing Sokol. And he's having trouble. Black is in huge trouble here. He must be. Or, no, he's in trouble. Because queen takes, and white probably can play rook h8, king takes, and then move the knight somewhere. But was there a mate? Let's say queen takes, rook here, king here, knight f5, pawn here. Yeah, it would be the first game. But this looks like mate because there's check here. I would check and take with check. Okay. You could do it this way as well. Just pick up a diag here. Take d7. Sokol, you're a FIDE master in chess. There's an easy way to win this. Just pick up the bishop. Or, no, why? Why on earth will you waste your rook here on g3? I was thinking queen takes is the problem. Queen takes here, but you can take with the king, right? Because otherwise rook takes, knight here, might be problems. Toll, is that Magnus Carlsen you're doing? Or which MC? Is MC Hammer, maybe, you're doing? Blitzer is thinking. And there's a problem here. Bishop g7 is a huge problem. Yeah, bishop check, knight g5, checkmate. Okay, so Blitzer loses. Well done, PKR. Crazy8 is in the lead, playing Domin Rus, but king on g3. That could be a problem. So can you just take the rook? Is there anything for black here? Oh, that was way easier. And mate is coming. Crazy8 has the lead with a little less than 5 minutes to go. We want to see Crazy8 versus Blitzer, but Blitzer is pausing. Okay, not good. PKR, go! Go, go, go. PKR and Crazy8. Where are you at? Yeah. So, to create some sort of interest here, PKR needs to win. I don't know about you, but this just seems like a perfect position to start pushing with the pawns. Like d4. Why not? And take here. Open up for this bishop. So, black is putting maximum pressure here on white. Knight h5, you can pick up the queen. And is there something for black here? Or is he just going to die? Well, black needs to find something. Check. Probably threatening knight h3 with a forced mate. Either king goes here, knight queen g1, or pawn takes and knight f3 followed by pawn g2. But it is white's move here. And black is ahead on material. No, it's pretty much even. What do you do? Maybe bishop a3, h3, pawn g4. So then you could go, no. It's dangerous if you get your white queen to g5 because there's a knight fork here, at f3. Where do you put your pieces? Maybe bishop h3, pawn here, pawn g7. Is that the way to go? I just have a feeling that there's something good for white here. Hello there, everyone who's watching the stream. Nice to see you. This is Crazyhouse. Well, this pretty much is the same idea because it covers h3, which is important because knight at h3 was the threat. White would love to bring his pawn closer to the black king, and also would like to get a knight in hand. So probably a good move, this. And the arena has ended. I suppose Crazy 8-1, but let's follow this game to the very end. Why not pawn g7? I think that's the way to go. I mean, pawn g7, king takes, pawn h6. Because you would have needed like pawn, bishop, or to mate black. I have a feeling that this is one move too late. Can you not just take g7 here? Maybe not. Maybe pawn check and rook here and pick up the bishop. Seems dangerous. Rook g5 would defend here, which is nice. But the bishop is defending also. Let's not forget the bishop. Great defender. Yeah, why waste the tempo on placing your rook? Surely there has to be something here. The queen protects the king. And bishop check. Pick up the knight. What to do after bishop check? Can you not run in this direction now? Not saying it's good, but I was thinking white had a forced mate there. Well, check. Yeah, check and pick up the bishop. No, this just seems wrong. It seems wrong to me. Because there's no mate now. You can always just run with the king in this direction. And why on earth didn't he play knight? Oh, okay. Never mind. PKR, you had him. I'm sorry. Is there nothing here? No. Actually, white doesn't have anything. Black doesn't have anything, sorry. He would have needed one more knight. But White is losing on time. And he just lost. That was an interesting game. Well, this just felt wrong. This is where I propose pawn at g7. So this is losing, I suppose. Yeah. This is what I was thinking. But there's another defense. But still good for White. Maybe. Yeah, you were crushing. And you know what? Is anyone eager to play me? I could play a little if you want to. Someone challenge me. Anyone? I'll play unrated if you like to. Or I'll start playing poker instead. No Crazyhouse going on. Let's see if someone wants to pick up the glove and play me. Who wants to play? The real Gnaze. Oh, let's play the computer instead. I play White. Bend over computer. Let's hope he gets in trouble with his king. So I was hoping to pick up this little pawn for free. Can I please pick up a pawn for free? Yeah, let's pick up the pawn. That was his plan. He's a sneaky little bastard. But this is checkmate. I am so sorry. Who wants to play me? Last chance. Challenge me. Some Crazyhouse. You pick the time limit. But I'm warning you, I'm intoxicated, so I prefer unrated. No one. So let's call it quits for tonight. It's been fun playing. Let's play one last game. Oh, I'm black. Damn. I'm thinking it's good to make his king move a little bit. It's good to have the queen in front of my king. Plenty of defensive possibilities for my king. And I pre-move pawn takes. Okay. Now what? Maybe I should take his rook. Yeah, maybe I should. I see some weaknesses here on the back rank. I want to place my rook here and simply queen the pawn if I'm allowed. I wonder what is best. So we could try to fork the bishop, but I have a knight check on. I wonder if I just take here. I will take your queen, most likely. And he resigned. I won. I won a game. Even though I'm drunk. Does anybody want to play? I'll be gentle. Just challenge me. Let's see what happens. I have to play chess, otherwise